All right, let me explain you a bit my simple, free and straightforward OKR template, which also works brilliantly for remote teams. It's built in Excel, so you can use it in Office 365 or Google Sheets, for example. And you find an index page here in the front if you'd like to use it. So you're able to link directly into the different teams. You can list your managers or your departments here and link from here directly into the tabs. Each tab stands for an OKR set, and usually the first one is the one for the company OKRs, and it goes down your hierarchy level to the right here. Try to build a blank template for your needs, and then save it as your template for the upcoming OKR cadences. Otherwise, you need to erase all content quarter by quarter, and that's pretty annoying. I'd recommend you to use this for up to 30 people, I would say, as the manual effort becomes quite large otherwise. Anyway, as I strongly recommend to start with OKRs gradually from the top, this should definitely work for the first quarters before you roll it out into further hierarchy levels and individuals. Yeah. Now, in every tab, you are able to indicate who's the owner of this OKR set. You're also able to link to your vision and to your annual OKRs here or strategy, which you could also show in a separate tab, for example. Now, there is space for maximum 5 objectives. If you need to use the full 5, less is more, and there is space for maximum 5 key results per objective, right? The first confidence level column here, this one, is indicating how confident the team is at the beginning of the quarter to reach this key result by the end of the quarter. The higher the confidence level, the lower the risk, meaning it's less stretchy in the end. Depending on the figure, it turns red, yellow or green. So I'm using a threshold between 0.1 and 1.0. And the format, so if I type in here, for example, 0.8, it becomes green. Yeah. Now, the following columns here indicate the change of the confidence level which you're tracking during your weekly team meetings. Now, this is set up being bi-weekly. You can also add some columns to do it weekly. This is basically where you track progress during the quarter. Again, I said it's pretty straightforward and simple. If something turns from green to red, then you might want to know more about it as a manager. The column on the right is basically the final evaluation. This is basically the end of your OKR cadence, meaning at the end of 3 months. If you play it quarterly, this indicates where you basically end up for this key result. Okay, then this column here is, it's called links to project. It's a little helper, let's call it like that. If you want to link objectives and key results to certain projects in your project roadmap. I found this is quite helpful for some teams to get an overview which key results contribute into which projects. If this isn't beneficial for you, just delete it. Yeah. Then this column, it's called contributor. The contributor column is meant to dedicate key results to certain people within your team. Meaning this is to delegate topics into your or within your team. If you are the manager of this team, you might want to own some of the key results yourself. So if I'm Paul and I take care of the first key result, and I'm the manager, so I can also be part of this contributor list, and the rest basically I'm delegating to some other people within my team. This column here, it's called needs to be aligned with. This is where you indicate dependencies to other departments. And add mentionings work really nice here within Google Sheets because your peers recognize during the definition and alignment phase prior to your OKR quarter where they need to contribute. This is really super helpful. And this is basically the briefing which needs to be solved within your alignment sessions later on. That's it. It's really simple, straightforward. Everybody is able to use it right away. And believe me, it's really helpful if you don't add another level of complexity when you launch OKRs, which would be the case if you implement a brand new OKR tool right away. People need to learn the software tool first, and this is not the case with Excel because everybody is familiar to it. So you're reducing a bit the complexity when you launch, and as I said, it should be definitely working within the first cadences when you start with OKRs, because then usually the amount of people connected to OKRs is relatively low. So you should be able to handle it with Excel.